going on, guys? Another video. This time in my room because high key, low key. It's hot. Not hot. That's the wrong temperature. I meant it's hot, cold outside. And honestly, okay, that's not really the reason. I just figured why not do it in here. I've gotten told that you could see my face better. It's better to do a video sometimes where you can see my. You know what I mean? And I do videos every day practically, right? I could do a video tomorrow outside. You know what I mean? Every day is a video. It's like, okay, fuck it. And speaking of the point of this video, which is that everything is now in this present moment, so, you know, all of that is now, and in this now, I'm gonna choose to do the video here. You know what I mean? And then tomorrow, and another now, and that's funny because tomorrow doesn't even exist. It's like, what's one thing that never comes? It's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow never comes because it's always just here now. So in the now, we're doing a video in my room. And then tomorrow, sure, I'll do an outside video. You know, the classic videos where I walk my dog and then I do my videos. But other than that, hopefully you've done something that's raising your vibration. I need to meditate more because I've been working every day. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. Like, I need to stop slacking on the meditation. So I need to just wake up, get that sun. I do wake up, I get that sun, but I need to just actually keep meditating. That's the whole thing. I'm not trying to you gotta practice what you preach, right? So I gotta meditate. I gotta just do it every day, 30 minutes at night, 30 minutes in the morning. Or even on my break at work, I gotta do it. But either way, life is good. But to the point of the video, which is that life is, or reality, time. It's just funny though because it's become so cliche to say that time is an illusion. Time's not real. It's man-made. It's true. It is man-made. It is an illusion. It's a measurement that we used to tell people, go here, come here at this time. It's a measurement, but at the fullest extent, it's an illusion. It's something that the third dimension made, that we made as humans experiencing 3D to make, and then the ego will perceive it as a physical thing that exists, but it's really not there at all. It's never been. The ego can only comprehend this one moment at one time. But if you were to stand back far enough, you would see that there is no end and there is no beginning. There is just infinite versions of this now, this present moment. Like, the past exists right now, the future exists right now. It all simultaneously right now, and that our ego can't comprehend it. Like, literally, guys, there is no time. Not really. Right? No past, no future. No, only an infinite, continuous series of now. Time is a concept built for like I said, the physical world, right? It helps the human mind, the ego, track movement, cause and effect, but consciousness, the real you, the awareness that you are, the awareness that animates you, it exists beyond it. You as consciousness. Because you got to think about it. Your mind can travel, your consciousness can travel past through memory. Or really, the mind, the logical mind can pass through memory. But, it can travel through the future, through imagination. It can exist in both places instantly because your awareness isn't bound by time. So yeah, I think I said that right. It's more like your mind can travel to the past through memory, and it could travel through the future through the imagination. Yeah, so I said that right. It exists in both places because it's all here right now. But the true you, the consciousness that you are, isn't bound by time. The physical body, however, the logical mind, the ego, exists in the third dimension, where time is linear. That's why we see events as before and after, polarity. This is this and this is that, that's how, whatever. But to the higher self, the infinite real you, everything is happening all at once. Every possibility, every choice, every version of you already exists in the eternal now. This is what it means when shamans and mystics say, be here now. Shout out Ram Dass, be here now. Because it's true, it's all just been here right now. It's not about slowing down time, because it's not even real. It's about realizing that the now that's always been is infinite, God, source, whatever, is infinite. It's not going anywhere. It's just here right now, everlasting, you know? And it's when you stop trying to chase the future or fix the past, you align with the eternal present moment that's always been, you know? The space where intuition and awareness and synchronicity and creation all exist at one time. Because you're not moving through time, rather time is moving through you, through this physical form that we are temporarily embodying. And once you awaken to that truth, remember, you realize you were never really too late, you know, never really even early. You just always been right on time, right where you're supposed to be. So it's like every step you take is only bringing you one step closer to where you always, or where you want to be more. You know, it's like we're just walking each other home. We're all just flowing. So you're never really at the wrong place, because everything is leading you towards where you're supposed to be, you know? Like, nothing is accidental. The universe, if you will, is too perfect for that. There's no accidents. Everything is happening for a reason. Even if you believe that it's not, you know? So that's why, speaking of which, with meditation, it's so strong just to, because a lot of people are stuck in their ego, you know, their thoughts, they're thinking. They're going to work, they go to school, they go home, they consume, they think and they think. No, not a lot of people are taking the time to actually sit down to the present moment, bring the awareness to the breath, bring the awareness to their heartbeat, and then through doing that, through bringing the awareness to your heart and then your breath at the same time, meditating, right, allowing the energy to flow through. I've said this before, I'll say it again, but we have a kundalini, the energetic field that goes through our body like this. It's like into, you know, the from the root chakra to the crown, and then the root, you know, it just goes like that. And when you breathe, it strengthens that Merkaba, the kundalini around your physical form, because really that's you as an energetic being. You are that energy that is flowing through this form, right? So when you breathe, you're connecting to the real you, the energy body, that is strengthening the connection to the mind, body, and soul, right? So it's strengthening the connection to your breath and your heart and your third eye. When you do that, when you consciously breathe and meditate, connecting to your breath and your heart, the chakras are spinning, you know, you feel more grounded and present. And through that, you are also healing your physical form, because you're speeding up the molecular structure, whatever the fuck. Because we're always dying, right? The cells in your body are always dying and being reborn. So when you're breathing and consciously breathing and meditating, you're spinning the chakras, thus allowing the healing of your physical form faster. It's healing faster through intention of breathing and meditating. Because the more you meditate, the more you vibrate to a higher consciousness, you know, because you're thinking higher thoughts, you're more aware of the thoughts that you're thinking, right? You're not thinking shitty thoughts, you're thinking better aligned unity thoughts, you know? So when you're thinking better aligned unity thoughts that align with the higher consciousness of unconditional love, peace, and gratitude and all that shit, that is healing your physical form. Because when you're thinking higher thoughts, you're in a happier state, right? Happier vibration. If you're in a happier state, happy vibration, happier, you know, consciousness headspace, and obviously your physical form is going to heal, because everything's connected. As above, so below. As it is in here, it will be here in the physical realm. So that's why the more you meditate and ground yourself to the present moment and think higher vibrating thoughts, you'll notice that you will feel better. You will barely get sick. Of course, you got to make sure you're eating good stuff. But it's more so when we aren't speaking so badly of ourselves in the reality, right? Because words are spells. They create and manifest things. So if you're always thinking shitty shits, then you're going to attract shitty shits, you know? And you're going to feel like shitty shit. So that's why meditate is key. Because when we take our awareness away from the mind, that it's always thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and bring it into the present moment, to our heartbeat, to the space beyond thoughts and words and the meanings that we've given everything, right? The attachments. You take your power back. Your awareness gets really strong, because you see it through the illusion of the physical realm and all the meanings that we've given everything in this reality as a collective. You see beyond space and time, and you realize at that point truly that there really never was no end or beginning. It was always just happening now, eternally now. So it's like, okay, cool, if I do this and that, then I can go on this timeline. It's like, yeah, as Ram Dass said, you could see the way that you could see and predict the way that it would work through time and space. So it's like, if you do this and that, then you could take this timeline and maybe this could happen and this could happen, through everything being connected and that momentum that you're carrying. So it's like I meditated through my spiritual awakening, and I would always play video games. I was always just consuming autopilot video games, work, school, whatever. So I took my power back. I raised my awareness. I saw through the space and time that there is no cycle. There's no beginning, there end, or end. We're just always in our own cycles, right? A lot of people are in their own cycles through unawareness, through unconsciousness, through thinking and thinking and not taking their awareness back to the present moment. So I saw through my own cycles, and I saw that there was no beginning and there is no end, just here in the now. I was like, okay, cool. So there's a reality and a version of me that exists that's doing this outside of this loop of identity that I thought I was, or this version of myself that I thought I was. So I broke out of that loop, I broke out of that cycle, that version of me that I thought I was, that ego death, right? The ego. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm consciousness inhabiting a physical form. I'm not the identity that thinks that it's the body and only the body and the name I was given or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. So there's a version of me that's making music. There's a version of me that's making videos. Okay. So I started aligning the thoughts and the actions with that version of me that was making the videos. So basically I started making the videos. I started making the music. Okay, cool. How do I feel doing this and that? Okay, cool. How does that version of me go out in reality and think of myself and how am I feeling? Oh, okay. So just completely switch the channel, Switch the channel. There's an analogy that it's like, how on a TV remote, if you were to look in the guide, how it says all those channels and shit you could watch, but like you're only on channel 4, right? You're watching the news. There's many channels that you could be watching in the now, but you're only tuned into this one channel. And consciousness is exactly like that. Pretend you fucking get the remote. You're only experiencing this one reality, but if you were to look back more, then there's different realities that you could watch, you feel me? So I did that. I took my awareness back through meditation and breathing into the present moment, through not thinking so much and being present in this now. And I was like, okay, cool, so then let me shift to this version of me that's doing this. So instantly through that ego death and being present in the moment, peeling back the layer of all those thoughts I was thinking, and the version of myself that I thought I was like, okay, cool, so make videos, bet. I started making videos, I started making music. Instantly, through doing that, I allowed for the real higher conscious aware me, the higher me to flow through. So it's like once you finally do take your awareness back and be in the present moment, because time's not real, you'll notice that you will meet yourself at a higher level, at a deeper level, and at that point it's like the version of you that you thought you were dies, sure, but the one that was doing the shit that doesn't serve, that shit dies. And then you meet the real you, the one that's aware, the one that's conscious. And then you'll notice you'll feel different, you'll feel higher vibes, you'll feel different thoughts, because you'll think thoughts that are in alignment with that version of you as well, because you're finally stepped into this new version of you. It's always existed, but you're finally doing it, and now you're feeling new things because you're not doing the same shit over and over again, thinking the same shit over and over again, you see? Because everything's connected. So basically, do it, meditate, be that version of you that exists. And when you keep being the version of you that exists every day, it will ultimately become your reality in the physical, because that's what we are. We're manifestors, we're creators. We're formless beings pretending to be form, right? So through this pretending of form, let's just play the game, let's just create. Let's just chase our dream, or not chase, because it's not running away. Let's just act on our dreams, because that's what we're here for. So don't give up, guys. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. I'm about to go get some pasta and drink some water, because all this channeling got me fucking parched. Namaste, lady, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get that shit. Time fake. Yep.